when I'm hyped, I can eat even faster.
Oh, really? On Twitter, Spodder, man. That's quite a really. That's actually really funny. It's got a
Uh,
really funny picture of Spider-Man as well. Anyway, hashtag CS Arena. If London Conspiracy don't win, you owe me a knife. I don't really think that's how it works, but I feel your pain, mate. I've lost a lot of skins on betting as well, and just let that be a lesson to everybody. Don't bet. Easy as that, because you end up being upset in the end. But
don't
if
bet,
London,
kids, unless you're right.
don't bet drunk either. Never.
That just decreases your chances of being right to very low.
Yeah. Okay. So a good tweet actually on hashtag CS Arena. Fanatica with a K-E-R. Interesting name. Hashtag CS Arena. Who do you think are going to win? I'll translate that. Who do you think is going to win? LC
Well,
or
no, that,
Overgaming
that,
on Cash?
that
Oh
works.
no! What am I on about?
Who do you
That,
think
of
are
course
going
that
to
works.
win makes perfect sense, and I think may
Oh
actually
my
be more
god!
correct.
I'm such a plonker. Sorry,
Yes, well
Fanatica.
done.
You're completely right. Sorry about that. So Spud, you can answer. You can answer that one first. What did I say? I thought LC would do.
Is.
I said LC would do it in 2-1, and so I think LC.
Yeah, that was indeed the prediction that was made. I pretty much said 60-40 and didn't give an actual number on actual victory round, number of
But you said
maps.
Overgaming, so you're gonna have to stick with your
Did.
guns and say Overgaming.
I
Well,
did, but
knowing
you can
you,
make
how
it. You can make
indecisive
an
you are.
analysis and still be proven wrong, as it were, and still be making the correct analysis. I'd say.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. But in other words, you pussyfooted around a prediction. You didn't give a solid answer, and now
I've
you.
given you a solid answer. I think Overgame. I thought, or at least I thought, Overgaming would ring and it would win. And if I am wrong, then I am wrong. But however,
All
that
right.
does not change whether that's actually going to be the case or not on this one.
I mean,
Um,
you saw them play Clash yesterday, and I do want to iterate or iterate. I do want to emphasise it was against Dignitas, who I think are a seriously good team. And yes, they did have a stand-in, but I mean, from what you saw of LC's performance on Cash, was there anything notable that you could mention going into this one?
uh,
I know, I'm asking a lot to. Everything
yeah,
becomes a blur. You go to sleep, and it's
it
well for
is.
me anyway. You kind of
It
forget
is a really
everything.
bad habit, actually. I should probably make a note more frequently. But I'd say, hello, what is this? Is this knife round, by the way? Because
Pretty
Overgaming
sure.
are doing some interesting things. Um,
Hold
uh,
on, this might
uh,
be live.
I th
This looks
wait, are
very
we?
live.
Wait, this is pistol round? Oh,
This
right.
okay.
Holy moly. Well, okay, right. Getting into the thick of it right off the bat. Going to be assuming that London Conspiracy won the knife round that we didn't even notice this time, but Flippin is going to be taking the first kill for his team. Rain drops, and he was one of the better performers on their side last game, or last map. So it's looking pretty bad on this first round for London Conspiracy.
Yeah, retake scenario 3-on-5. It's not going to be easy. Definitely not. They've got all the afterplan positions. 5 members still remaining. PRB makes that 4 though, so that's a good start. Actually, the 2 members here, mid, if they can take down the man, which is Flipping, and they do, that's going to allow them to get a bit more of a spread and come in from a few different angles. So 3-on-3 is certainly doable now. But the bomb's already ticked a lot. And Lowell missing a hell of a lot of shots, but finally gets it. Skirt gets one back, but I would take a hazard of a guess and say that Skirk's not going to be able to do this, and it's going to be Overgaming picking up the first round. Now remember, this has been a best of 3, but essentially it's just a best of 1 now, so it all comes down to this. It's all riding on Cash, so as long as both teams can kind of just shrug off the last 2 maps. I mean, Overgame would be the team that would like to probably more forget about Mirage, but yeah, if they can both come into this refreshed, it's all up in the air, so it's all about getting a good start and working out your opponent quickly, especially on the T side, of course. And every game we've got after that good start, Rabina's going to get action here. He's going to be taken down, so that's a 5 versus 4 already.
Yeah, we've mentioned before, London Conspiracy, a pretty emotionally based team, and so they will be hoping to carry on the momentum of the last map, and thus far not actually having a great luck with it. Good push here from Overgaming, catching them pretty much short and easily taking them down without even needing to trade anyone back means that really Overgaming are going to get this round. It is, of course, the Eco Bash, or there is that SSG. PRB missing his shot there, so like we will be seeing a fairly quiet start. This round here is not going anywhere fast, and neither side is seemingly really willing to risk their guns in either direction.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice to save those CZs. And yeah, Overgaming, of course, all with rifles, so both teams not wanting to lose guns, that's fair enough, and neither do. So it's going to be a second round on the board for Overgaming. They're going to keep all of their guns, 1 AK, 4 Galils, not the best arsenal, but certainly better than pistols. So they will be going into this round as favourites again. So a decent start from Overgaming. It really does hinge on the buy round for me. If London Conspiracy can start off their train straight away and win the first buy round, and from then show us some great defense, this could be. I mean, of course, it could go either way. I'm stating the obvious, but I think LC could come out fighting here and have a good CT half, but they need to win the first buy round and just go with it. But the early frag does go their way, so let's see, possibly even in this round if they could do some damage. That would be a great turn of events for them. Alex is going to find Head of Rain behind the Fok lift, and that's gonna even out the playing field a little bit. And what's the bomb doing? Seems to be very indecisive. They're just going to back on out and try and regain some ground on the map, because they've left themselves exposed from behind. They're going to have to go all the way around again and check every single position, etc. And it's going to take them a while. Let's see where they're going to go after that, though. I mean, I'd hazard a guess they're probably going to go A ramp to A, since they've left one man near main.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense for them, and it may also punish this over-rotate, I would say, from London Conspiracy. They've put a lot of their eggs on the basket of B, and there's nobody, in theory, going to be trying to rob those baskets, and in fact, that's going to be the, pretty much in the end, in spite of what it looked like it might be at the start, London Conspiracy getting bashed. It's an eco round. Such is life, and Skirk is the last man standing. No special headshots this time.
Getting bashed. They're just getting bashed.
Yeah, getting bashed.
It's it's one of those sayings.
It's a lovely bash.
It's one of those sayings that kind of just like creates an image in your head of, I don't know, metal hitting metal, like wrought iron just getting hammered, and it's a good metaphor. They did get bashed. They got the one frag though, which was, yeah, the good start they wanted, but after that they didn't really do anything. So economic speaking, not amazing. As I said, a lot hinges on this round, the buy round. Both teams fully equipped, no AWPs in play. So Polly, neither Carey going for the big green just yet, and it looks like they're going to be gearing up for an A play here. Smokes are blocking their entrance, but it looks like it's just going to be balls in it through, and they're going to be flashing out. And the rotate already for London Conspiracy looks fairly strong. So actually, they're going to get the bomb down. This is cheeky play. They've got the bomb down in smoke without any frags being exchanged. Now 5-on-5, and essentially this is a retake, even though they haven't even taken the site control. Pretty weird one. This I don't really know which way this is going to go. Honestly, it could go either way. Polly's going to open up onto Alex though. Rain gets one back as well. Carey's going to take down Rubino, and Carey gets another. Carey and Main being very, very strong in that position. Flippin gets another. The time really is ticking. Flippin gets another frag, and now just one remain. That's Polly. He's gone down. A phenomenal round, actually. Well, not phenomenal, but a great strategy from Overgaming. And that's not one I've seen quite a lot, actually, Spuddington. I'm sure we will see that more often. What a great plan, and a good round from them.
It's really cute, because basically what you're doing in there, you're almost turning the smokes that the CTs put down to defend themselves against them by getting that bomb plant. They then can't advance through the smokes, because of course the T's can still cover the bomb very effectively for themselves, and fairly standard eco bash, going on right now. So yeah, very, very good stuff. I mean, it still actually could have gone against them, but a 5-on-5 like aiming fight where you have to attack the enemy is always a losing proposition. Like, no matter which side you're on, like whether you're trying to stop them from, whether you're running out of time as the terrorist and having to rush onto a site, or whether the bomb is ticking and you're the CTs having to rush a retake, it's never a good thing. You don't want to be the aggressor.
Yeah, absolutely right. I mean, the bomb goes down. That's 45 seconds. That's a new time there, and it's against you. It's not your friend anymore. So yeah, having to push in, and it didn't work out for them. So, but I honestly think that was a great strat from Overgaming. The main thing was for LC stopping the bomb being planted, but they couldn't stop the bomb being planted. And from then on, it seemed to be a fairly simple ordeal for Overgaming. Talking of this round, though, economically speaking, fairly good. Alex and Flippin already gone down, so that's going to be some good damage there. Let's see if they could possibly salvage some guns. It won't be easy. So probably best situation. Oh, actually, there is a gun there. They're going for it like sharks, aren't they? Carey is waiting though. He's not going to allow this. Surely gets Skirk. PRB takes him out though, and he's going to try and run away. Surely he is. He's just going to sprint on out. Catch me if you can. He's facing. Don't face. Just run away. Let's see if he's going to save this gun. He might just get away with it, you know.
Yeah, he does. So Kyrie, sitting there trying to camp the gun, actually ends up giving a +1 gun to the enemy and a -1 to his own team. So not ideal decision making there. I think he was already low before he started that, so why I call it bad decision making rather than just bad aim. But for now, looks like we're going to be seeing again this very heavy focus on A from Overgaming. They certainly seem to favour it. They play for mid control. They sometimes go for this B push, which we saw I think on the first round, but generally seem to be favouring A overall.
Yeah, they are. So when it's 5-0, we should point that out. Overgaming with a, you know, having lost Mirage in such a fashion that, I mean, I know I'd be down, wouldn't you? You just won 16-8, and you had a chance to win 16-14, and you didn't take it. You know, it's gotta hurt. So
Yeah.
having experienced that and then coming in and winning, you know, now 5-0, it's really great turn of events for them. It's very impressive. But 1-for-1 in this round. Look at Rain's position. He's boosted above them. He's really cheeky play. He's going to see one and the second. No, he doesn't get the second, so he didn't really make it work for him. I think he did actually wait until the second man ran out, but he wasn't able to capitalise. His aim let him down, not his patience in that situation. So a 3-on-3 could have been a 3-on-2, but it wasn't to be. An Overgaming with the health advantage, and they can go towards A if they want and just be allowed in. So once again, they're in the better position here. If they can take the A bomb site with only one man defending it, which is Polly. Let's not count him out just yet, as he gets the gorgeous 3-kill. Lovely stuff indeed. My camera just flicked on over. I was just like mid-sentence and Polly happens. Great stuff. That's going to be their first round on the board, and yeah, testament to Polly.
That's what I mean, though. He's like the one guy. His KDA at the moment is actually not that impressive. It's neutral, and yet when you need him, he gets the 3 kills all of a sudden. But up until that point, he'd been looking decidedly unimpressive. So, you know, I live for the day where he learns to control his powers, but for now, power of AWP aiming is inconsistent at best. So, or inconsistently available, I suppose. It's consistent when it's active, but it doesn't matter. Overgaming going onto the site. PRB, the first man to take a kill down. The rest of the team are going to be following it up, I would have thought, from Overgaming pretty soon, but actually they give up the ghost pretty sharpish on that one, and the rest of London Conspiracy collapsing on the area. Polly making magic. Does get taken down, but I think he'll be okay with that performance, and since there's so much control, they should be able to save that AWP as well. They can find it.
Yeah, they'll be able to, no problem. So that's the second round now for LC, having gone down 5, and Overgaming's money is not too shabby. I think they'll be able to buy without any problems. Flippin's sitting on a lot of cash. You know, he's got an inheritance fund or something. He's got way more than everybody else. But they're going to be bought up. Alex actually only got a pistol, so it's not a full buy by any means. But they have got guns for the most part. So let's see what they can do with it. And let's see if they can emulate the fantastic start that they showed us. You know, really fine start. Of course, 5-0. There's no other way to put it. Let's see if they can get a few more rounds. Flippin's going to take down Rain. So that's the kind of start that we were looking for. If you're wanting Overgamer to, you know, go up in the world. But, yeah, 4-4 now. Rubino, PRB Skirk, and, of course... I shouldn't have even said that. The money's blocking off that name. Polly, obviously, with the AWP. My brain's mush, man.
Well, that's just the excitement of the previous game getting to you. But it's definitely worth noting at this point that not only is it 2-5, and not only is it a CT favored map, but Overgaming really needed that confidence boost right now. A bit of shots going back and forth on both sides. Flippin' hanging near card, takes a bullet for his trouble. With that, London Conspiracy have the numbers advantage, but with that all being considered, all those factors that are kind of working against London Conspiracy, we've seen them over the past day and indeed yesterday showing some serious habits of not doing that well, but we'll talk about that later because right now we actually have a bit of a game on. Half health Loey, but he's got the bomb down, he's got the defense advantage, and Rubino does not necessarily know where he is, but he is going to see him as he peeks. And that should be a pretty simple time for Rubino to go and get that bomb defused. He will indeed do so. But yeah, like I said, London Conspiracy, we've seen them go down in the early game, in the first even like 8 or 9 rounds, and then come back against Dignitas. We've seen them do it here against Overgaming. It keeps happening, and we can't say that we can definitely count them out at this point.
No, of course not. Like I say, it's the third map. Anything goes. And, 5-0 is a fine start. But don't get me wrong, that's only a third of the half. There's another 2 to be played. So this could turn out 10-5, which would be a good result for London Conspiracy. But here comes a fast push straight into the gunfire of London Conspiracy. They pretty much just set up for that and said, come at us. And Overgaming, they gambled. They ran through the smoke. And it was most certainly a bad decision. That was a very, very easy round indeed. And that's going to put the score a hell of a lot closer now, 4-5. So having gone up to 5 without losing anything, they've lost 4 in a row. So LC seem to have woken up. They seem to, the inner beast seems to have come alive a little bit.
London Conspiracy and Overgaming's historical reenactment society and
Yeah.
the SOM.
Exactly. That's the metaphor I was looking for. This one I had in my head, but I could pick a battle. But the song will do nicely, and it seems to be a similar thing as it's just an anti-eco here for LC, and they're getting the frags. They've dropped one player, but providing Rain can do his thing, he can't. He's going to be taken down. So Carey making it expensive, but you wouldn't expect him to get anything else, and we're going to be square at 5-all.
Yep, he's going to get grenaded, and that's going to be all she wrote for him. Still. Overgaming. They look good. They look good early. Now, can they bring back that momentum? Of course, 5 rounds already is not. It's not great. If they were to end the half getting not a single other round, that wouldn't actually be that bad for them, though. And they should, we would have thought, pick up at least 1 or 2 more somewhere along the line. And that is a good way to start it off with Kyrie getting a kill. So. Got the numbers advantage. They are heading towards A, which only has 1 man on it. So can Rubino bend should they go there? Looks like at the moment they're much more playing around middle. Looking for a more flexible approach. They know they got the numbers. Can they get Rain? Yes, they can. And that's going to give them 2-man advantage. This really should be Overgaming's round now.
Oh, you absolutely should. Yeah, this should be their answer. Having lost 5, they come back. Of course, LC's bank is gathered enough now that even though they do lose this one, they'll be able to buy. So, just thinking about the next round, it shouldn't be too much of an issue for them. But Overgaming, yeah, if they can get to 6 or even 7, it'd be a fantastic half for them. And having gone up so early on, there's plenty of opportunities to get those rounds. So, even though we are 5-5, if Overgaming get a couple of more, they'll be more happy with the half. There's PRB. Takes out Lowell and Flippin with ease, making it look very sexy indeed. Musambani, Alex and Carey now with the bomb down on the B site, which is it's a pretty hard bomb site to retake actually. I'd certainly fancy their chances here, as Carey does find Rabina on the flank as well. So he says, no, you're not coming from behind. That's not my thing.
Yeah, no matter what else you may say about London Conspiracy, Overgaming's performance in the last map, Carey was very consistently fantastic and pulled out some seriously clutch stuff. There was clutch stuff going both ways, so I don't want to say that was what held Overgaming in it, because they then got clutched on in return, which kind of pushed them out of it again. But that last, Carey is one to watch, especially when he gets his hand on the big green cannon.
Yeah, I do not disagree with you at all.
Unless it's not green.
That's the tricky thing, isn't it? You know what colour it is these days. The big gun, the big scary one that's really loud.
Doesn't have the same ring to it.
No, it doesn't. The big green. The big green. But that's
looking
what
forward
I say.
To the hippie skin.
We're giving away an orc skin. Just follow the channel. But anyway, 6-5, Overgaming have answered back. Having lost 5 in a row, they've come back and they've won a round. So, you know, they're right on track, like I keep saying, to have a fantastic half here. London Conspiracy are the ones with the work to do. They need to make this 9-6 because it's a CT-sided map. Actually, having said that, we know they're fairly strong on T side. But, you know, on an average kind of day, they would want 9 as CT. But let's see what they can do. Neither team's losing any members yet. Minute on the clock. Well, hey, I say that. Polly takes down Carey. So Carey, the man we were complimenting, just well, it's not that he wasn't fast enough. Polly just had the angle.
Yeah, it's really Overgaming are very heavily dependent on Carey. It seems so far. Of course, he isn't the top fragger for the team. Or actually, no, he is. Oh, I swear he was. I swear he wasn't when I last looked. Anyway, but certainly they're not utterly dependent on him. But this may not be the best push for them if they choose to go for it. And actually, in middle is likely to be the next little altercation. Alex is the one who comes out better. And Overgaming in general did just get a storm of kills. One man defending the A site, and it is Polly. If anyone's going to clutch it, it's going to be him, but not going to happen this time. Doesn't even get a second kill for his trouble. And a nice headshot finishes it off there from Alex on Skirk.
Oh, great stuff from Overgaming. That's going to be their second on the trot. So, like I say, they're doing very, very well. They're looking good here. London Conspiracy, economically speaking, are in a bit of a tricky situation. Rain's just going to have to go for a pistol with helmet and Kevlar. So, with 4 guns, let's see if they can, you know, come back again. They strung 5 rounds in a row together, and now Overgaming have won 2. And if LC lose this one, they're going to be on the eco. So, yeah, looking pretty good for Overgaming. So they're going to be taking their time as always, getting map control, etc. LC are playing quite passive actually. In middle, they're playing fairly close up, with Rain boosted up again. I like that. I do like it. But in terms of like pushing terrorist choke points and things like that, doing things a bit outlandish, they're not doing any of it. They're sitting back, playing fairly passive, just relying on crossfires and good rotates, which is, no, it's fair enough. It's a solid setup to have. Rain is completely aware of Musambani. Does realise he's there. Oh, sorry, Rain was in vents. He wasn't boosted on the door. My bad. Skirk's going to see Musambani though. He runs at him. Let's see if Skirk can get any more, or if Overgaming can shut him down. Carey missed that shot, and Rain gets one as well. Rubino comes in from above and takes down 2. And Overgaming, having won 2 on the trot, facing a bit of a mixed buy, do not win that round. So LC take that one, and we're almost all squaring again at 6-7.
I was really bleeding close, though. Did you see the health bars on the part of London Conspiracy? And if Musambani hadn't literally reverse jumped into Skirk in his hiding place, then they might not have had nearly such an easy time. But now, still, got the money, and they're already happy with this number of rounds, I dare say. Can they get any more is the question. Alex is going to be trying, and will pick up Polly right off the bat. This leaves the A site a little bit exposed. PRB is waiting in the wings, ready for the first person to come through. Lowy is the man. He takes him down, however. And Overgaming now should be able to get something done. Can they get Rubino? No. But still looking pretty good for them.
Wow, you're kidding me. Rain got 2. He should not have been able to get 2 there. Skirk gets another as well. It's falling apart for Overgaming. They got 2 entrance frags, and every single LC member rotated, and they won the round. Only losing 1 member after that. I really think Overgaming should have won that one. Maybe even rotated off, since the other sites were completely empty. Well, Rain doing a fine job there. Great entrances though. You know, take nothing away from the entrances Overgaming got there, but they kind of hit a bit of a brick wall. London Conspiracy taking that round, and that's going to put it all square at 7-all. And now, you know, they're fighting for the half. This one round is going to separate them. Carey with the 1 dig! Lovely stuff. Skirk goes to hell. He's not going to be able to do anything in this last round. Without even clicking, he gets destroyed with the deagle. And that's what I love. 1 digs.
I don't love them. I'm too often on the receiving end, but certainly they are. Deagle is just terrifying in the right hands. A little bit inconsistent sometimes, but right now, if you've got limited bank and you've got a good player like Carey, probably not a bad option to go with, especially if you started off as well as they did. because Limited Bank being completely ignored. They are just destroying their way through the entirety of London Conspiracy so far. Polly will return one. The AWP and the CZ, I am a little bit doubtful as to the clutch potential here. Flippin surely knows this is coming as well. And Polly does not have a lot of health to work with.
No, it's going to be A7. No question. Well, if he gets there, so I'll just quit as a caster. There you go. Gets that frag. 8-7. Overgaming win the half. This is a CT-sided map, so brilliant stuff from Overgaming, winning the half. Just by one round, yes, but to win a half on the CT-sided map when you're on the less favoured team is a very good job. A couple of things while we've just got this switch over. If you're having troubles with lag and stuff like that, just try refreshing the stream. If that doesn't work, you can try changing the quality back and forth from lower to higher. And also, we've got the next best of 3 coming up straight after this one. So the XMG versus alternate game is going to be following this one. There's going to be a 6-minute break, and then we're going to be straight onto it. So just stick around. We've got this half to go, and we're going to be witnessing that game. But let's get heads in this one. As PRB opens up onto Alex, he got completely caught off guard there with a nade out. Kerry gets 1. Which was a fairly good job considering 5 Glocks were running at him. But 1 is probably not going to cut it as the bomb goes down and PRB gets another there. So a 2-on-4. And London Conspiracy, Spuddington's T side is very good. So if they get this pistol round, put themselves on 10, there's certainly a doable situation for them.
Oh, it absolutely is. We'll see if they can... converted, or whether Overgaming will be able to get anything in return. We might see that sort of scout buy-up, which has been known to work against teams sometimes, but looks like right now it's just going to be P250s, the odd CZ, and head armor. Hello, so this is going to be a forced buy coming out from Overgaming against AKs and head armor on the side of London Conspiracy. I wouldn't fancy your chances if you're going with that force buy, but we'll see. Especially if you're going for like a ranged battle against an AK across mid. Doesn't seem like the smartest move.
I've seen it work with CZs, but no, I tend to agree. You want to just keep it close range and try and even stack up a sight, so you're doubling up on your enemy. So 1-on-1 long range, not advised. You're right. So Mustang is going to go down. Excuse me, without really getting much done. I mean, did do some good damage. Nice headshot from Rain there as well. Rain is a player to watch out. We haven't mentioned him at all. He is, for me, one of the best players in the Conspiracy. So not surprised seeing him getting headshots like that. But yeah, 3-on-5 should be standard kind of see it out proceedings here, as London Conspiracy do have the guns. They've got the player advantage, and now they've got the entrance to A-bomb site. Ideally, they don't want to drop any members, and it's certainly looking like they might just be able to do that.
Kyrie's going to walk around the corner, take his head off. And Alex is the last man to lose his as well. So, very, very good round there from London Conspiracy. And it was a little bit of an unconventional buy. Not taking that many grenades, but they had just enough smokes to make it work. And they got a couple of picks as well. Stuff like trading off against the AK way across the way. Seems like London Conspiracy do pretty well for themselves there, and Lowell is going to run through mid and get cut down to nobody's great surprise apparently, except for his, but certainly Overgaming are ecoing, so taking high risk high reward plays can work just as well.
Yeah, I mean, the odds are against you, so like I say, if you could just change something up that could affect the balance of the odds, kind of just catch your enemy off guard, it's always worth doing, because essentially, you're a lot less favoured a lot less favoured to win the round anyway. So, taking risks is always worth it, in my opinion, on eco rounds. But another very smooth anti-eco round conversion. On the other hand, for London Conspiracy, they're going to keep all their guns again, unless Alex can get a frag here. He does get one. So Rubino's going to have to buy up again. He's probably not too happy about that, but it's kind of a drop in the ocean. They've got plenty of money actually as well, so they're going to be rebuying no trouble at all. And 10-8 is the score after the pistol round won by LC, London Conspiracy. And now here's the big one. Here's the buy round. Both teams bought it up. No AWPs in play at all yet. And You'd probably fancy that Kerry wants or not, but he probably can't afford it yet. So we're just going to have to see if Overgaming start racking up the rounds, getting the money, wait for those orbs to become, become in effect. But yeah, 10-8, and it looks to me like LC are just going to take their time and work out what to do in a steady, controlled fashion.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing where the flashpoints are really for this game. At the moment, nobody is even really close enough for contact. We might see something from PRB before too long. He's sneaking around B, but just got smoked off, so I'm not expecting much out of him. And Musambani is firing from vent, but not getting too much from it. Gets a grenade. But,
how is that only to 60? It was literally on him. Volvo, please.
Yeah, that was maybe a little bit strange, but whatever. Video games. It's not like it's okay. London Conspiracy won't know they were shortchanged. Anyway, they are gonna be starting things off with a kill. Can they get Alex? Yes, they can. Can Overgaming hold the site at all? Oh no, it's not looking like it because they are bleeding men left and right, and Flippin is the last man standing. Way over on A. He's just gonna lock himself in his bedroom.
Yeah, so a big round, you know. I mean, I don't know if that's going to be indicative of what we can expect, but that being the first buy round, surely we could take something from it, and we can most certainly take from it then that London Conspiracy. You know, I'm going to say it again, I think they've got a good chance of winning this whole series now. Being on the terrorist side is classically less favoured, yes, but we mentioned it before, and I'll say it again, they are stronger on their terrorist side as PRB finds Flippin. Before the timer went out, so he's going to have the money going into the second half. But 11-8 is the scoreline. Overgaming are not going to be able to buy up at all. I'd recommend they barely spend anything. They want to try and gather as much funds as they can. And I'd like to see them go for a little bit of a stack here. If they play this one standardly, I think it's the wrong move. Because having just gone up, guns against guns in a standard formation didn't work for them. So with pistols, you can bet your bottom dollar it's not going to work again. So I'd recommend trying a stack here, taking a bit of a risk. It looks like they're going to go 3-2 and just leave mid, which in itself is a little bit of a risk, I suppose. It's not too outlandish though, and let's see if LC can have another really smooth anti-eco round, which would, it'd boost their economy massively.
Well, not starting off quite perfectly there for them, and it is a very good start for Overgaming. Getting the kill on Kyrie, getting the P250 train rolling. Honestly, you'd think actually I'm gonna hold that thought because I have a feeling Kyrie is possibly about to get into a little bit of a fight with Rain. Maybe not, actually. They're going to be just heading on to B site right now. That is London Conspiracy. And will there be any return fire? Well, yes, but it's not enough to do much damage. So, Musambani, Aloy, and Flippin sneaking around. Well, I say sneaking, running, but PRB is going to be the one to find Flippin and also finding Lowell. So, nothing doing. Musambani lives for now. I wouldn't have that much hope.
Nice poll in the chat. Just simply, who do you think is going to win? And London Conspiracy, 42% of you vote for them. Overgaming got the majority at 57%. So similar to what you said at the beginning. And yeah, I'm in that 40%. I even voted. So I think London Conspiracy on their T side, they're certainly to be feared. And having gone up 12-8, just finding 4 more rounds should be well within their grasp. But yeah, the onus is on Overgaming here. Big round. Let's see if they can defend it and just go from there because they need to start winning rounds. The money is just going to run out for them. Low with a fantastic boost. Catches 2 members off guard. Lovely stuff indeed. That's how you're going to get some rounds. Flippin answers back as well. Doesn't answer back. He answers as well. Gets another headshot. Gorgeous from Flippin. And Musambani chimes in as well. So a fantastic defense. Courtesy of a brilliant boost, getting them great information. Lowell, probably the key player in that. Also Flipping with some great shots on A. Overall, a good round from Overgaming and a good sign if you're supporting them. So having just said, I think LC here in contention. Overgaming give us a very good, convincing hold. So I'm not going to change my mind, but I'm expecting this one to go the distance as well.
Yeah, both sides are very much in contention at this point. Rubino is heading around to A, and there is a man that may be about to catch him. That would be flipping, but nothing doing right now. Meanwhile, shots fired in the middle. And it's going to be London Conspiracy coming out second best. So, Overgaming looking good to start closing the gap between the two teams. Not a big gap in the first place. Polly, however, is a man who may be able to turn it around. He is sneaking about B with the AWP. And meanwhile, Skirk and Flippin', Lowell get dropped. Now a 3-on-2. Flippin and Rubino feel very close to each other in a physical, geographical sense, but not actually ever seeing, although we may now be hearing. The time is running out here, and Overgaming have pretty good cover, so can London Conspiracy get themselves anything from this round? Can they make their way onto A site? It looks like that's what they're going for here. They haven't got much time to play with, though. It's 15 seconds even now, and they're starting to get cut down straight off the bat. Flippin will pick up the last kill on Polly, and you almost wonder whether they should have saved, but probably more than that even, they should have just gone in earlier.
Yeah, they left it far too late, didn't they? Far too late. And so when they pushed in, they didn't have time to check spots methodically. They didn't have time to kind of clear out the site. They had to just bum rush in. Obviously, that's never going to work out. And Overgaming is set up very well for it as well. They'd put 2 members towards A. So, you know, a simple round for them in the end. Both teams equipped it. Again, Carey has got the AWP, as we said he probably would, and is making use of it. He gets the frag onto PRB. That's going to secure them the advantage. And I've done it again. I've cursed them, haven't I? I said that LC are looking good to win, and then since then, Overgaming have won every round. So once again, LC, I'm very sorry, but 12-10. I think Overgaming have won. Is it 3 rounds in a row or 2 rounds? But anyway, they've got a bit of momentum now, a bit of steam behind them. Lowell's gonna find Skirk off guard there. Gets another as well. Lovely play, taking the fight to them without them even checking that spot. Bit of a misplay from London Conspiracy, and it worked out very nicely. 4 plays 2. Musambani is going to find Rubino as well. Now Rain is the last man. Let's see if he can get anything done. Good aim on you know, showcase there with a nice headshot to Musambani. That's the start he needed, but he's got 3 more to find, and that's no simple task. They're fully aware of his position. They should have him boxed in, and well, 30 seconds on the clock is probably enough time, but I just don't see Rain doing this one. Let's see if we can get the frag on to Flippin. That would open the bomb site up. It's going to be spraying the boxes. Flippin's going to make the call. The rotate's going to come in, and that's going to make it very, very hard indeed. Alex is going to come up from the flank and take him out. So, nicely done from Overgaming, and they didn't even give away another frag, which was, yeah, a well played from them. 12-11. It's getting very close again, and we've got to pause.
Game paused. It's probably okay. No, it's a disconnect there for one player of London Conspiracy. So we'll have to think about the economic situation for them. I believe that he was on about $2,000 when he disconnected there. So they could probably go for a buy up here, and they wouldn't necessarily have everything they would want, but it would be a pretty solid buy up.
That'd be enough, yeah.
If they lose another round here from London Conspiracy, then they are going to have some serious problems.
Plenty of money to buy. On the terrace side, it's less expensive as well. Like you can scrape a buy on 4K. 4.3 is, it's not so bad, and then obviously 2 players on 6.5.
They're gonna have to drop for the guy on 2K is the only thing. But yeah, I can see what you mean.
But yeah, no, I mean, I think the point you're trying to make though, if they lose that round, then they're going to be on eco, and that's going to put Overgaming on 13. So it's hotting up, you know. I think LC need to win a round pretty soon because Overgaming have looked very strong in the last few rounds. So the momentum is with them now. Actually, speaking of momentum, this pause, man, it's going to break up everybody's flow. It might change things. And you know, the team that's not doing as well, which is London Conspiracy, might benefit more from this pause. So that's always an interesting dynamic. I know as a player myself, having a pause it really just stops your flow. As an in-game leader, it gives you time to kind of analyze what was working and tell your teammates in good detail what you want to do going back. But for all the normal players, it can be a bit of a problem. But the pause is only 2 minutes, so we've got the delay there, and we've been told it's only 2 minutes, so not too much of a pause.
Gives us some time for some timeout, some time to analyze what else has happened. There is, of course, another disconnect over on Overgaming side now. Why the pause hasn't finished, even though people are tossing around guns, among other things.
Yeah, so London Conspiracy have won. They won. They won. They won
They
six. Yeah, they won. Oh my god, I said it again. They won 6 rounds in a row, but since then, Overgame have come back and won 3. So the momentum. I say the word momentum. I should probably use it sparingly because I don't really think 3 rounds is a massive streak. Not yet. If they win this one and put the eco onto their opponents, then certainly you could count the momentum being very much with them, and that'd be considered a big streak. But 3 rounds. Yeah, and with this pause as well, I think this is LC's chance to come and get back into this game, because they started the half very very well. If you remember, I think they won the pistol, and they won. I think they won 6 rounds from on the back of the pistol actually. So they started very very well, but since then Overgame we've certainly come back into it, and we've got a close game on our hands yet again. Obviously, we've just seen Mirage, which ended up 19-16 to London Conspiracy. So they've already proven themselves in the tight spots in the overtime settings. So maybe that would be an advantage going into another overtime if we get to it. But of course, both teams won't even be considering that at this point. They just want to get the win under their belt. If you're just joining us, this is the third map, and you've just heard me talking about overtimes. The first map was Dust 2, that was 16-8. Second was Mirage, 19-16. So this being the third map, DE Cash is all on the line here. And I'd just like to mention the alternate versus my XMG female match is actually live right now, and the GoTV IP is over at HLTV. So if you're really desperate to go and watch that, it's over there. But we'd love you to stay with us. Hopefully this pause... Actually, we know the pause isn't going to be long. It should be going live any second because it's only 2 minutes. So, is your money still on Overgaming? Like, if... Pretend you haven't betted, and I won't hold it against you if you want to change your mind. Coming into this situation right now, would you put your money on Overgaming?
It's so tough to call now. If you'd asked me 3 rounds ago who I thought, I'd have said, now I favour London Conspiracy. They were running hot. They were getting rounds. They were onto their good T side now, and it was all going their way, and Polly was doing very well for them. But now if you think about it, Overgaming broken that momentum somewhat. They've also got a slight economic advantage. There's going to be like a full buy up here, yes, from London Conspiracy, but is there going to be an AWP? Is Polly going to be given that weapon that he does so much work with? Because Kyrie, his opposite number, that we've also seen making a lot of plays with that same thing, he's definitely got one. So it's just tricky, really tricky to call overall. Now,
Big round coming up. I think if London Conspiracy win the next round, I could still see them winning it. But if Overgaming win it and say like, and only drop 1 member or 2 members, they do it in really convincing fashion up against Guns, and I'm not going to change my bet. I'm going to stick to it. But had you asked me going into it right now, I'd say Overgaming. They're on the easier side, and we have mentioned that LC are good on terrorists, but Overgaming seem to have the answers, and we should be going live any second. Honestly, I'm not lying when I say it's just 2 minutes.
I can tell you part of why you were made into a liar, I think, because the 2 minutes from the pause was actually said by Musambani, and he was the second disconnect, so it's probably 2 minutes from that point, I would assume, unless he's personally aware of that. But apparently the other match has actually just completely finished already.
Completely finished.
Wow. They started like an hour and a half later than us. Been a good series, this one. This has been the only one tonight that gets broadcast, but yeah. Okay,
so alternate one, Inferno, 16-2. And I don't know the score of Mirage, which was the second map, but of course, if it's finished, then alternate beat
probably
XMG.
Wasn't much longer then.
Yeah. 16-5. So I mean, do you know what? I even got in touch with some female professional players, and we were going to discuss that. About the female scene because well, we can now actually. We talked about it with Metas. Me and Metas talked about it in quite length. How we felt about it. How we felt about the female scene. How we felt the skill difference was in effect and that kind of thing. And I got in touch with a female player, and she gave me kind of an insight. And apparently, the female teams, they do try and practice with the male teams. That's their goal. They want to get as good, and better. They want to be up there and competing with the male teams, and they are trying to get practices. But apparently, it's not as easy for them to actually get practices against the male teams because I don't want to put a bit of disrespect into all the male teams, but it seems to me that the male teams are not as interested in playing the female teams, if you get me. So it just becomes a situation where the divide is real because of a bit. I guess it's kind of a stubborn scene because it's always been a male-only scene. So having these female teams come in and wanting to compete, the male teams are not really as keen for that to happen because they want to just compete against each other at the similar levels. There's no denying the female teams are at a lower skill level. There's no denying that at the moment, but I've been told that they want to compete and they want to get better, and they just haven't really had as much opportunity.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? If you don't get the chance to practice against the better teams, then you never get to improve. So it can be a vicious cycle in that kind of a thing. And yeah, there's no denying it though. We saw yesterday that Epsilon female just could not even close to stand up to Overgaming, at least on the first map. So yeah, it was
in a tournament scenario as well, like offline, not offline, not in tournaments, online, just practicing. They want to compete with the male teams, but it's just not happening as much because the male teams are not interested because they know they're not as good, so they're not getting challenged as much. That's the first issue, and then. But they do get some practice in, and whenever they can, they want to practice against male teams. But in a tournament situation like this just hasn't really happened before. We're one of the first tournaments to be putting on a mixed series, so it's still a very, very new thing. And I'm certainly a firm believer that with practice, the female teams would get up there and compete amongst the male teams. But it just needs to happen more often, and we need to encourage it in other online tournaments and stuff like that. And we do seem to be having action in the game. So I'm just having a look at the chat because that's always an interesting discussion. I don't know if anybody's had any input on that.
Yeah, nothing too much. Just a little mention of some drama there. But it looks like we might be getting the unpause soon. I don't actually know for certainty about that. Certainly, all the players are back in. We have got messages going back and forth.
Yeah, let's do this.
That's still no actual unpause, so we are beholden unto the game engine itself. And what was that? Sorry, Rube?
Oh, they paused again. Joy. We're resuming soon. All right, that's better news. Thank you. Very soon. Brilliant. We may as well mention it. That we're doing giveaways. If you're not aware, we're going to be giving away lots and lots of skins. I don't have the list with me, but we're going to be giving. Well, I can tell you actually, we're going to be giving away a knife, and then for Asimov, that kind of caliber of skins. Lots of them, like 4 or 5. Those skins are for the subscribers only, and we're also going to be giving away an AK Black Laminate for a lucky follower. So, literally, just follow the channel. Or if you want to subscribe, you can do that also, and you'll be in contention to win the skins. So make sure you do that, guys. I can see a lot of people in the chat. I think we are going to be going with subscriber only when it's over 10k. So that's an incentive to subscribe if you want to chat. But nevertheless, we're going to be going live. Absolutely, 12-11. We are back into it. This is the third map of this best of 3 series between these two brilliant teams. It's been such a great series already, and we're hoping for that Grand Slam finish. And at the moment, it's very, very tight.
Oh god, the Mountaineering fight.
And Rain gets the frag onto low. That's going to open up things for London Conspiracy. Let's see if they can roll with it. PRB takes down Alex as well. So 4 plays 3. On the back of that restart, London Conspiracy looking the better team.
Well, okay, so we have got some kills going back and forth. 3-2 now. Alex and Flippin are the men in charge. Overgaming now on equal footing, 2-on-2. Can Alex get anything? No, he cannot. Rain will pick that up. And it is up to Flippin. He has his incendiary. He has his M4. He has his eyes shut quite a lot because he's getting a lot of flashes in his hole. But the incendiary does land. Does actually force Rubino to move. Does a bit of damage. He's got quite a lot up against him here. He's going to have to somehow manage to push out and catch one and then the other out. He's already used some bullets from his gun as well. He may actually really have some problems. In this scenario, he snuck out. They'll hear him drop. And they should, in theory, be able to drop him. He does not know that they're behind him and they will catch him out. Rain gets the kill. And London Conspiracy restart the momentum for themselves here after that big long pause.
And I said the team that was doing better probably likes the pause less, you know, because you're doing well, you're rolling with it, you've got a lot of flow going on, momentum. I'm not sure I like using the word momentum. I think it's used a bit loosely, but the point is
overused, I can tell you that.
The point is they were doing very well for themselves, and the pause has broken up the flow of the game, and now coming back into it, I thought this could happen, and the Conspiracy take that round on the back of that. It's still very much a possibility of them winning this map. They need 3 more rounds here, and Overgaming need 5. So when you kind of balance it out with the with CT being the easier side, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is going to be a tight one, ladies and gentlemen. We've got 1 minute 10 on the clock. London Conspiracy just buying their time, making sure they're not being pushed anywhere. Maybe they were half expecting an eco push. Not fully sure of the money situation, but they're not going to be pushed. Well, they were actually pushed, but no frags gone down. A very A-heavy hold here, Spuddington. They've got basically like 4 members around mid and A. They've just rotated one off, but for a minute there, they only had 1 at B. They do have Musambani in the vents though, which makes up for it, I guess. Actually, that's a fairly nice setup. But yeah, they were leaving B a bit exposed there, and here comes the push. It's going to be middle. Musambani from vents gets 2. Nice stuff with that M4. Rain's going to answer back. But a 2-for-1, of course, is going to favour Overgaming with 30 seconds to go.
Yeah, they know that the clock's on their side, and they're going to try and take advantage of it. London Conspiracy are pushing on, but Alex will cut down PRB and Rubino for that. So now it's just down to Rain. He doesn't have the time. He may get this kill on Flippin, and will. But he just physically cannot possibly win this round anymore. Overgaming are not close enough. Cannot shoot them. He could literally turn on hacks, and he wouldn't be able to do it.
That's a bold statement. I don't know.
I think there were too many walls even for a hacker to wallbang through there.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, it depends how serious your hacks are.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Shed out for the you know, I don't know, super hacks. I don't even know if they exist. Anyway, 13-12. London Conspiracy come back after the break, take the all-important round, but they don't convert it into a consecutive round win. So Overgaming come back fighting. They get the round following, and now London Conspiracy on the eco with 1 round lead. This could be all square, and probably will be. So, Overgaming with the guns are going to be facing against the push towards A. There's only 1 member on this A bomb site, and that's Flippin. A man that can, for sure, a very capable player, but if he's going to be charged down with by 5 players all at once, it's not an easy task. Lowell's here for backup though, and it's going to tag Skirk through the door. The smoke's going to come out from Polly. That's going to allow them to get in and maybe get this bomb plant if they can take out Flippin. That's a big if. And now the rotate's probably going to come in. It has already. There's 3 members now defending, and London Conspiracy should probably just consider not going in. As I say that, Rain takes down Lowy with a gorgeous shot. Flippin answers back. Rain gets another. Can he get a third? Nearly, but Rubino actually gets the frag. Lovely stuff from Rain individually, and a good push from LC. It is 2-all though, and Rain's very tagged up as a result of his work. Gets another frag though. Rain in this round has just been the superstar. Finally gets killed, and Alex now in a 1 versus 1 with Rubino.
Bring around the roses. Who wins? It's actually going to be Alex. Pulls out an M4. Just screw your roses. Gets the kill, gets the bomb.
Rain's doing work. He's on 31 frags.
Ooh, blimey, yeah, he is. And yes, that is what we call in the business a good KDA. On the other hand, Polly has actually not been performing quite so well this map particularly. Haven't been too much. I mean, last game he was really, really phenomenally good on that AWP, but now it's his time to shine with it again. It's a glass cannon build, no Kevlar, but this is the first shot on Musambani. Well, I guess he was kind of guessing there a lot, but this is the second. Saw the brief tip of his elbow, but not quite enough to be getting on with.
He's toying with him. I love doing that, baiting the shot. I mean, it's a good tactic when you've got a rifle against an AWP, is you peek out just a tiny bit, they take the shot, and then come immediately out again. You try and catch them before they go behind their wall. So, yeah, it's mind games, you know. But there's 3 members at middle here for London Conspiracy. Sorry, Overgaming, the defenders. And Carey takes down Rain, the man of the moment, who really performed amazingly last round, and who is performing well, as we say. He's on 31 frags. He gets taken out, and that's a very important opening kill here for the defenders. Overgaming. And mid is most certainly locked down. As I said, there are 3 members there, and having not been pushed yet, they're not actually gonna rotate one off. And he gets another at mid. Polly, AWP versus AWP onto Carey, and Carey comes out trumps. Polly, you said, not really performing that well, and yet again not getting the frag. Lowell finds Rubino, and this is looking like a 14th round. Overgaming in this, well, essentially best of 1, finding themselves now on 14 rounds, just 2 more, and they're going to win the best of 3 series. London Conspiracy's money is pretty bad, pretty shabby.
Ooh, they're gonna play for 15, aren't they? They're gonna go for the overtime again. They know they won last time off of overtime. But can they do it again? This round, odds on, not going to be too much of a big deal from them. But I've got to say, London Conspiracy, since the pause, yeah, they won the first round, but since then they seem to have been very, very much slower again. They haven't been very snappy on their movements, and they've been getting caught out a little bit more. So now is maybe the time to find that fire in their bellies again. They're going to be heading in. No Dutch courage to be had. They just find a whole load of bullets lodged in their skulls. PRB is going to be trying to get Alex, but he gets nothing. Rubino, that round outside is, well, maybe he'll be able to sneak over to A or something, catch out Flippin and get the bomb plant, but not looking likely. Lowell spots him out. Takes a bit of damage, but not quite enough. And Rubino is staring death in the face, and time travel. There we go.
Always nice.
I think we can infer what happened at the end there, though.
Yeah, we can, absolutely. I don't even think he got a frag, so wasn't to be. Now, Overgaming are on 1-5-15. That means they just need 1 more, and they've clenched it. They've done it in 3 maps. So London Conspiracy now fighting for overtime. It's 2 more rounds to be had. Let's see if they can do it. You know, the rounds they've had, the entrance frags, they've done seriously well in. Like, most of the time they've won the round. So I want to see them getting that entry frag again. Oh, they're boosting up. This could be disastrous for London Conspiracy if they're not aware of it. And Lowell finds Rain. I think Rain was even set up to defend that, and he got caught off guard. That's the entry frag going against London Conspiracy. Certainly a bad omen if you're supporting them in this one. 4 plays 5. This could be it. This could be GG. They just need 1 more round here. Skirk spots out Musambani in the vents. Musambani, with that in mind, is going to back on out. B is well defended. It's not even being contested. And mid is in their control. So, Overgame. Actually, it's not in their control. They're going to split the vents here. London Conspiracy are going to split B from vents and the storage. Musambani taking point. He spots the arm. He's probably going to make the call as a result. The smokes and flashes come in here. This is a tense one. Musambani doing the damage, but gets tagged himself. Look at the health of London Conspiracy. All of them on next to nothing. PRB gets 1, but Alex comes in with 2. Make that 3.
Not going to happen.
And Lowell gets the final kill. And Overgaming, just as we thought, we might get another overtime. I mean, it still was a fantastic match. 16-13, but Alex in particular.